Maybe she got some friends. What's her name? I don't know her name.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Velvet Puffs Live.
Velvet Puffs Live once again, episode 5.
Yay! Cooking with Cannon. So we have our special in-house guest, Mr. Terrence Cannon.
Everybody, how y'all doing?
So we'll do our normal routine. I'm Betty.
I'm Zach, of course.
And welcome to our show. We're gonna start with our favorite cocktail for the evening. I don't have mine quite yet. I couldn't decide on what I wanted to drink or if I was gonna drink. So Zach's gonna surprise me with some kind of concoction. And I may smoke, I may not, but I got a cigar here from one that I didn't smoke a couple of episodes back. So we'll see if I dive into that. Zach, what are you having tonight?
Well, I got a little bit Penelope, toasted Penelope. I'm going to pair that with a one of my Velvet Moors, but it's a torpedo, so that's not out. That's just, again, staying in the personal collection. So I don't smoke up all the things that we have to sell. Mm-hmm. So I got a torpedo that I'm going to smoke tonight.
And Terrence, what are you having?
So I got a Respirado tequila, and then I have this nice cigar right here.
Oh yeah, it looks like you got a Velvet Moor as well. All right. Okay. Well, good stuff. Well, again, we thank you for coming in. We always love when we have guests that can come in-house. That way we don't have to worry about technical issues and all that stuff, and it just makes it a little bit more personal when you can come inside. So just to give a rundown on what we call him TC. For the world, it's Terrence Cannon, okay? His professional legal government name. For the world, it's Terrence Cannon. So TC is a proud graduate of Callaway High School, for all you those out there that went to the other JPS schools. He attended Callaway High School, where he earned his the distinguished title of Mr. Callaway, class of '95. Very proud of that.
Appreciate it.
He continued his education at the Jackson State University, where he majored in psychology. In 2012, he introduced his signature product called Taste of Cannon. It's an all-purpose seasoning that you can find in your local grocery stores, like the Ace Hardware Store, Piggly Wiggly, Kroger, and online at Amazon. And we'll be posting that online link on our banner. Terrence also founded the Cannon Agency, where he specializes in comprehensive home, auto, and business insurance. And I still got to get my stuff to you for. And he's a dedicated member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. For you guys out there, where he was recognized as Omega Man of the Year in 2021. So we want to welcome you again, Mr. Callaway, Mr. Omega Man. I mean, he is doing it all. Okay, so I guess we'll dive on in. First question.
Sure.
How did you get started with the Cannon seasoning?
Well, sure. And before I go ahead and answer that question, first I want to thank you both for having me on the show.
Of course.
I really do. I don't say that lightly. I take it seriously.
Well, we are so proud and honored.
Yeah, man. I mean, just I really like what you guys are doing, Velvet Puffs. I appreciate your platform, and also giving people like myself and others opportunity to come out to be able to speak about what we're doing.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people who don't know.
Oh,
it is.
Yep.
Unless you actually like running a full TV commercial. Right. Like that, right?
Well, listen, I got a guy for that too now. When you're ready for your commercial, we got you. We got you. Shout out to Antoine Perkins. We got you.
Because he about to, like Martin said, he about to blow up.
Yeah. You better get him now. Yes, that is our guy. So when you get ready for your commercial, we got somebody for you.
For those of you that saw the intro video, Antoine Perkins put that
together. Yeah, we love
Antoine. Compilation of all the videos he's done for us.
He's absolutely amazing. He's great.
So get with it.
Yeah, we got you.
By Antoine.
We got you. We got you.
So to answer your original question was how did we go about getting started with this? Well, so a taste of candy was, and I still do this to this day. I will go ahead and whatever meat or whatever it is I plan on going ahead and have that I'm going to cook for that week, I'll go ahead and actually either cook it or marinate it and do whatever I need to do. Now, here's the thing. When I get ready to have meat that's going to go ahead and last me throughout that week, I am a seasoned type of guy.
Okay.
But what I had found was, you guys, was that anywhere between like 4 or 5 seasons, you grabbing this bottle here, you grabbing that bottle here, you grabbing this bottle here, it became cumbersome for me. And so what I wanted to do was just modify it and then just go ahead and come up with the flavor and the taste that I like.
Okay.
I really do like.
Okay.
With that being said, I had to make sure that when I created it, that it wasn't heavily salty.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like that a lot.
It's not heavily salty.
It has a little hint of sweetness.
It has a little hint of sweetness.
I like
to
it.
And you know what? Children love it.
We can't keep a bottle.
Yeah, children love it. Matter of fact, my daughter, I have to tell her to stop all the time. She's 14. Kaylee, and then I have another daughter, Chloe. But anyway, Kaylee will sit up there, and sometimes she put it in her hand, she'll see her eat, and I'll be like, girl, stop.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
That's how you know it's a good
season. I like, because I have high blood pressure. Yeah. And so I can put as much as I want, and it's not overpowering, it's not too salty, it's like, it's just right. You can put it on anything.
You can put it on anything. Depending on if you are a person who you need to have that little hit or your vegetables, whatever it is you're cooking, your greens, whatever you want it to have that a little bit more salt flavor. Then definitely go ahead and use whatever you want. Use a Sloppy Mama or Larry's or whatever. If that's what you do, that's fine. But what's so special about a taste of cannon is it's not only the fact that it is an all-purpose seasoning that's not heavily salted, then that is the ideal thing to go ahead to have a food enhancer, flavor enhancer. So that's it. Really, really works well.
Well, you teaching me something, because I don't cook that often. Okay, Zach is the chef of the house, and I have no problem saying that. But I know he likes to use this seasoning as well for when he's grilling and when he's cooking food that he don't even eat. He uses the seasoning. So, I mean, I bought it for my parents, and they absolutely love it. So, So we try to keep it every time I go to Kroger. I'm looking down the aisle to make sure it's no, that they're sold out, and I'm like, okay, it's no seasoning. So that's a good thing. So do you have your product manufactured here? Or?
I do. So that's the good thing about it. We kept it in Mississippi.
Okay.
We kept it local. So the company is a tastemaker.
Okay.
They in Pearl.
Okay.
And so basically what I did was just kind of backtracking the story a little bit. I went, and one day I was just in the kitchen, and I finally got my flavors together, just got everything where I wanted to, wrote it down how I wanted it, provided them a sample. I said, make that.
Okay.
So they came back and give it to me. I go home and cook with it, like, no, not yet. And they
had to tweak it a little more.
And then when we finally got a finished product, that's when we went ahead and launched it. And then we got with a team here. They went ahead and created the label, because that's not the original label.
Okay.
Or design, or that's not the original design.
Can you see it on their camera, Zach? Do we need to
let you all see what it is?
Yeah, put it on so they can see exactly what they're looking for when y'all go to Kroger.
Exactly.
Or Ace or Piggly Wiggly or Amazon. You know what you're looking for.
Right.
And it's not, the price is not bad, guys. It's $9.49 on Amazon. So copy about 2 or 3. When you go on Amazon, just
Yeah.
load your cart up.
Yeah.
But go ahead and talk about your design.
Yeah, sure. So what the design was, the original design that I had, it was too busy.
Okay.
So, I don't really have a creative eye, when it comes to things like that.
Understand that.
So yeah, I don't. So I had to. So once I got with a marketing team, they gave me around about 5 or 6 things. And then what I did with those designs, I went to people like yourselves, my friends who's gonna give me. That's right. Who's gonna give me honest feedback and say, hey man, that design right there is trash.
Right.
Or they're gonna say like, hey, that design right there is really good.
Okay.
So, we went with this, and then it also has the cannon
on it, of course. Yeah.
I think I got the shirt on now.
Okay.
And it really, really works well. Man. I'm proud of it. Yeah, definitely proud of it. Ace Hardware here in Jackson, guy named Paxton Brooks. He managed that store. His name is Paxton, and Paxton gave me my first shot.
Okay.
He sure did. And then after Paxton,
shout out to Paxton.
Yeah, shout out to Paxton. Ace Hardware, right next to what is that? The Hideaway.
Okay, off of 55.
The Via Plaza.
The Via Plaza. Okay.
The Grill, Frontage Road. And
okay.
From there, Piggly Wiggly gave me an opportunity right here on Meadowbrook, and then from there, I finally was able to get an opportunity to get it inside of the Kroger stores.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing: you have to be mindful. You got to know where you're going to go find it. Because you're not going to be able to find it on the same aisle where you find your regular season, like your McCormick's.
Right.
And all those type of things. You're not going to find it there. There is a place, and I thank Kroger for that. There's a place within Kroger that says Discover Local. So so since it says Discover Local, if you don't know where you're going, just need to ask somebody. Say, hey, where is your Discover Local area where you have your local seasonings and sauces and
don't be like me, y'all, walking up and down all the aisles until you find it, because especially on 55, there's not a store that I'm really familiar with. And so when I go for that one thing and I'm coming out, but I do look for your season, and I ain't gonna lie, I walk up and down 2 or 3 aisles, and when I find it, I'm like, okay, they're out, so I'm good with it.
Matter of fact, I know you didn't ask for this, but I do want to say thank you for this. We was in the store one day right here cooking between 11 and 2. You knew about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We sold out that day.
Good stuff.
You and a friend, y'all helped out a lot.
Good stuff.
And I appreciate you guys.
Look, when I tell you I'm gonna do something, if it's in my power, I'm gonna do it. And so I came by there. I think I had something else to do, but I had to make sure that I went by there to support and grab people up, because I love to talk. So I'm just grabbing people. Hey, come try this. But it was smelling so good. I mean, it was really good. So when you got food that smell good, people gonna come. So are you looking to maybe expand into like different herbs? Maybe.
I actually am. I almost went into one that had more of a Cajun.
Ooh.
But the thing is with that though, I'm a spice guy as well. But the thing is with that, I found that a lot of the mothers, since they have children, they won't buy. A lot of them won't buy because of kids.
Oh.
If it's
overseas.
Overseas and something like spicy. But
okay.
I
do too.
I love
a dry spice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a dry rub or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there is one that I'm playing around with right now, and I've been pairing it, trying to see what it tastes like on my fish.
Okay.
What it tastes like on my chicken and things like that.
Okay.
And seeing how that goes. But yes, there is, to answer your question. Yes.
Coming soon.
Right.
Put that plug. Coming soon. In the works. Possible dry rub. Cajun seasoning. Okay, for all you cookers out there. Not me. People like Zach and TC that cook.
So since you mentioned cooking, let me ask this question: are you a griller? Would you consider yourself more of a grill master, or you like to just kind of cook pastas and shrimp and
Zach, man, let's talk about it. So when I originally started out, my uncle, and he made the best ribs, man, on this side of the Mississippi River. God rest his soul. great man. And once I mastered grilling, and all my skills became confined to just grill, just grills, just whatever it is, grill this, grill that, you know. And even from before you even saw the stuffed jalapeno peppers with the cream cheese in there wrapped around the bacon, we were doing that back 20 years ago, right? And so we played around that first. But now what I really like to do, I like to find very good recipes. I'll go and look them up. I see what it is, and then I actually have become very, very comfortable in the kitchen. I can actually, almost in a sense, I can look at it and I can say, we need to do this, and this to go ahead and do
going
it.
Toward the fine dining.
And let me tell you when I knew I got good in the kitchen though, cooking dishes, when I was able to prevent a chicken breast from drying out.
Okay.
That's when I knew what I was doing.
Sound like a cookbook coming soon too, y'all.
That's when I knew what I was doing.
We're gonna already speak
Yeah.
Taste the Cannon cookbook.
Yeah, you need to get your recipes down.
My favorite dish is doing a grilled salmon, a cooked salmon and shrimp etouffee. Okay. And it comes out and it's really, really good. And then another one of my most special things I like is I love chicken breasts. I eat a lot of chicken breasts daily because I work out a lot. I try to stay in the gym, stay physically fit.
You see, ladies, this is what happens when you go to the gym. Guys, eat a lot of chicken.
Look, this is what happens when you don't go to the gym. You
go ahead.
Like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
Boy, that's okay. So yeah, but anyway, I like to marinate some spinach and take
I love spinach.
Some sliced tomatoes, get some pepper jack cheese, slice that chicken breast, a boneless preferred.
Doing like a stuffed chicken.
Just butterfly it. And after I've already marinated the spinach and the tomatoes and typically just Italian dressing.
Welcome in, Brandon.
Italian dressing. And with that, get you some Parmesan cheese, something like that, kind of spread up there, and let it just kind of like rest a little bit. Season up your chicken. Place that spinach, the sliced tomatoes.
Okay.
Along with the pepper jack cheese, your cheese with your flavor.
Okay.
Get you some bacon. My favorite bacon is Brian makes it.
Okay.
It is a sweet hickory smoked bacon.
Okay.
And that's it. Yeah,
Thick.
yeah.
Okay, thick Wiggly. Okay.
And after that, wrap it around there. I just like to go ahead and use toothpicks to try to close it. Toothpicks close it. And then once I got that taken care of, I then go ahead and just start cooking it. So you don't want to cook it. You don't want your temperature to be too high because what you end up doing is you end up cooking the outside of the
and the inside still low.
Because at the same time you got to keep in mind you just put a tomato in it. Right. It's very liquid. Right? Yeah. And then you put your spinach and that stuff like that though. But man, it is the best dish, man. Every time I make it, man, people love it, bro.
Well, dang it, too bad the man don't.
It's okay, but I know how to cook it.
Zach doesn't eat all that stuff, so I just have to fillet his chicken.
Cook what I don't eat.
So for those of y'all that are just joining,
he does cook though.
Talking with TC,
hey, everybody,
owner of the Taste of Cannon Seasoning.
Yep.
And if you haven't got it, please get it. And if you're out of town, you can buy it on Amazon, and it'll ship right out to you. And I put that. That's what Brandon asked. Brandon asked, where can we buy it from?
Yep.
So get it from Amazon, Kroger. So is it just the local Kroger's here, or
correct? So it's just a local Kroger here.
Okay. We got to get you in Publix,
right?
And all those good places.
And then Aldi is coming.
Okay. Yep.
So
in Flowood.
Like Madison
in the comments, so you can get it.
Brandon.
Okay.
Byram, Clinton.
Okay.
And of course, Jackson.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So all you guys that are from out of town, go to Amazon. You can pick up your seasonings there. Again, price is right. So copy about 2 or 3. $9.49 is the price. I'm sure everybody got Amazon Prime, so you can get free shipping on it.
Yep.
Get you some, holiday coming up. What Memorial Day for the holidays.
Yeah.
So we talking about grilling.
You might need it for Easter. That's coming up.
Oh yeah, Easter. Yeah. People do cook for Easter,
So
don't
hopefully you
they? See, I
can
don't
click
cook.
on
See,
that
I don't
link.
know. I just show up.
Hey, man.
I just come and show up and eat.
So that the link I just posted, the link for Amazon, where you can find it there for those of you that are not locally here in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
And for those that know me, know I like to cook or grill. I think I'm a grill master.
There you go.
In a sense, but I will dibble and dabble into some stuff that I don't eat.
Yeah.
So she can tell you I make asparagus pretty good,
Yeah.
spinach pretty good.
Absolutely.
I think I do fish fairly well.
Yeah, he does.
These are things that I don't taste.
You don't
at
even
all.
eat.
Gotcha.
So I'm actually cooking more on a soul food style.
Okay.
I'm just cooking from the heart.
Right.
I'm gonna season it up. If it look like it's seasoned good,
Yeah.
I just put it out there.
Yeah.
And once they start eating it, I ask them, is it okay? Yeah, it's good.
Right.
So
Right.
that lets me know that I'm on the right track. So
Yep.
it is possible
to
cook things that you don't eat for other people to like.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Matter of fact,
Candace, you're
a buddy
local.
of mine.
You go right on to the Crozier.
What he does is in the gym. What we do is we will literally, like when I cook my eggs. So I eat again. We talked about protein earlier, though, so I'm about to blow your mind a little bit. I don't know if you know the story or not.
I think I might.
Every day I eat 13 eggs.
You hear that, people? 13 eggs.
That's why the
Every
price of
day.
eggs is going up.
So with that being said,
the baker's dozen.
13 eggs.
so you eat 13 eggs a day?
Daily. In 1 setting.
So with the egg,
this raw egg, this is scrambled egg. What is this combination?
It's scrambled.
Okay.
So
13 okay, so okay, hold on, because I know when I go to the store, there's a limit of how many eggs we can get. So where are you getting cases of eggs at a time?
Yeah. I make a lot of runs.
He gonna have
okay.
chicken in the back.
Right. I mean,
I looked into that already. No, kid you not. I'm about to say
get you a chicken.
Yeah,
because I know that they're putting limits on like milk and eggs. So where are you getting? So you go back and forth to get your eggs.
So I originally was a Sam's member.
A Sam's member.
I changed it. I'm now with Costco.
No. You're with Costco. Okay. You're with Costco. Okay. All right. Well.
And not to get political, but I did it on purpose. So,
okay, well, yeah. I mean, with 13 eggs, damn, TC, that's a lot.
Yeah. So
a day?
Yes. So what that consists of? It consists of 3 whole eggs and 10 egg whites. Now, the easiest thing for me to do to go ahead to get my egg whites is go ahead and get the carton that already has egg whites on it. I mean, that stuff is high, man. So I can sit up there, it's I almost look like I'm juggling, but I'm not. I'm just here, there. And by the time I separate it and I have my 10 egg whites. And
so what time you eat breakfast?
Early in the morning.
You got to.
Really early.
You got to.
Yeah, so
okay.
So again, when we was talking about a taste of Canada, when I created that so that therefore it would be salty because on my mother and my father both they're still with us, thank God. But on my mom's side, it's a lot of high blood pressure. And unfortunately for our state, it's a lot of high blood pressure here, diabetes, and things like that. So I'm going to get too technical with that. So what I did was, since I wanted to make sure that my food still tasted good, I created something that wouldn't be too salty, but where I could still enjoy. Yeah. So I actually added the cannon to my eggs as a scramble.
Okay.
As soon as I go to scramble, I have that bowl. I drop it to the hot skillet. I will then take, and it's still in its liquid state. I take the taste cannon and I put that pixie dust on. What's
that little magic to it? Okay. Magic. Okay.
Because just eat eggs for it's so bland. You get tired.
And the thing, child eating eggs. My mom would cook grits, eggs, roast vegetables. those of you that are not from Mississippi, red roast sausage is something that you must
got to have.
It's a
Yeah,
staple.
Now
got
the
to
original red roast sausage used to actually be red.
red.
Yeah.
Now they cut back on the
It's
dye.
a little
which is
pinkish
good.
now. Pink.
The taste is still there. It's not quite like it used to be, but everything has changed over time. So that's just a part of it. But I got burnt out on eggs so much to now I don't eat eggs by itself. Now I eat things that are made with eggs, like cake and stuff like that. But for me to go in the kitchen and say I want some scrambled eggs.
Oh, and I eat it. I prefer a boiled egg myself, but I use my canning seasoning,
What up, Al?
and I keep it kicking.
It still does the same thing. And I tell you something else too with the canning season. Like if you like, I don't know if you guys ever tried mixed fruit.
Yeah,
okay?
I do.
So get you some mixed fruit, grab you some taste canning.
Really?
Are you serious?
So that's almost like that.
Shit, you not.
What? And y'all can help me out on this. It's a seasoning that I see people put on fruit all the time.
Tangent.
Tangerine.
T-A-N.
Okay.
It's pronounced tahine, but
tahine.
It's T-A-J-I-N.
See, now you finna make me go get some fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
So you would say that would be kind of similar to doing that.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So the tahine has a very I wouldn't say citrus type, but it has a almost like a bite to a bitter bite to it. But it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So
and I kind of see because it does have that sweet taste in it.
Sweet in the fruit.
So
do I need to get a light fruit cocktail, or do I need to get a heavy syrup, or what do I need? Because I'm gonna try it now.
Just
an apple. I can cut up an apple.
Cut up an apple. Like if you go to the grocery store,
okay,
and they have that. Like I want to say it's like I'm gonna call it a fruit medley.
Okay. With the grapes and the pineapple and all that stuff. Okay.
Stuff like that, and just like I tell everybody, just
put a little magic in it.
Yeah, taste it and see what you like. But it works. It works well.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something that's slick what a lot of people don't know that I love and are really good.
Okay.
When you go to your local grocery store or to your Whole Food place like that, go and find the corn.
Okay.
Refine it, in the shuck.
Yeah. Okay.
The quickest and easiest way to do that, similar like they would do it at the fair, at the state fair and stuff like that, but just with the shuck still enclosed, put the corn in the microwave and let it cook inside the microwave. The shuck is going to hold the moisture, and it's going to go ahead and cook that corn. It's going to make it very, very flavorful. Still going to be juicy.
Oh.
By the time you take that corn off, take that taste of cannon, or if you have like some butter, if you want to use butter or something like that, put that pricks of dust on it.
Okay, magic. Cookbook coming soon, y'all, for real. Oh my God. Okay, see now you could have really made me try to get in there and cook. Everybody know I don't cook.
Because I've never heard put the corn in the microwave.
Yeah, what you put it on? What you
cook it? Normally, like my microwave is pretty strong.
Okay.
So I put it in there maybe like a couple minutes. Yeah, no shit. I'll put it in there for a couple minutes and let it go ahead and cook. And you can feel that corn will be hot.
Okay.
And when you get ready to go ahead and pull it off, that corn on the inside is going to already be cooked. I promise you, it is the most quickest.
Man, you finna make me go find some corn.
Eater, so
yes, it's the most.
Everybody knows me.
Yeah.
He doesn't do vegetables, doesn't do seafood or anything like that.
That may be the cause for this Snoopy stomach here, but I'm strictly meat, rice, corn, and potatoes.
Carb guy.
Gotcha.
And I've been eating that way for 42 years.
You're gonna love it on your baked potato.
Yeah. Didn't think about that.
I'm about to help you out.
Now, if my mom was on watching, she'd be saying, well, he used to eat all that stuff.
Yeah, don't she say when he was younger, he used to eat vegetables.
42 years ago.
Okay.
I don't eat vegetables to this day. Knocking on the wood. I know things can change overnight. I don't have any high blood pressure, no high cholesterol.
And I'm the picky. Well, he the picky eater. No high blood pressure. I eat everything.
And really, all I have to do is get back out there and do a little cardio or something. I can shed
it right away.
Yeah,
absolutely. But let me tell you about the baked potato real quick, and then we'll transition.
Okay,
Whatever.
baked potato. Okay, baked potato.
Welcome,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
welcome.
All right, Callaway in the house. Y'all better represent class of '95.
Get the share. She's class of 94.
Well, okay, sorry. Okay, we was all there
But it's
together.
one big
Yeah, we was all there together.
Everybody
Yeah.
sits
Go
down.
ahead with the baked potato.
Yeah, man. Like with the baked potato, same principle. A lot of people don't even know that. But what they do? So I don't want to say that. I just came up with the.
Well,
new
I
idea.
don't, because I don't cook. But go ahead.
Yeah, baked potato in the microwave, man, versus oven.
Sweet potato, you can do the same.
I don't like my sweet potatoes inside, and let me take that back, because now I air fry a lot of my food.
Okay.
but I'm tell you about the microwave and the regular Idaho baked potato, and then we'll go wherever you want.
Okay.
So when you get that, when you can put that baked potato inside that microwave, it'll take like on about 3 to 5 minutes or something like that. You'll be able to tell, poke it, make sure it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to sell you this.
I'm sold, y'all. I'm sold.
Don't get it twisted. We are trying to sell you this. This is black owned,
Go cop it now.
owned, local made, and that's what Beverly Puff Live is all about.
Yeah.
Promoting black owned business.
Yeah. So yeah, we try to sell it all to you. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead with the baked potato.
So don't be
Absolutely.
shy.
Right, don't be shy. Right.
It be yours.
Don't be-
Okay, baked potato. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, same principle with the baked potato. Of course, you want to take your fork and make sure that you know that it goes through very easy, like you would do it if you put your baked potato
In the oven. Okay.
By the time you take that baked potato out, sis, within the next 3 to 7 minutes, or maybe 10, it just depends on the strength of your microwave.
Mhm.
You take it out, the same principle.
Okay.
Go ahead and bust that open. Instead of using salt,
Go ahead and use that.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
'Cause I
Well, you
don't
got
even
me
do
on the
pepper, I
phone.
just do
I'm
salt,
telling
but I prefer a
Mhm.
seasoned
I'm telling
versus just straight salt. So
Well,
I
I'm
think
gonna try
I've
to-
kind
the
of switched from iodized salt to more of a sea salt
you.
type
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah.
But even too much sea salt can be kind of salty.
Salty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but
I agree.
I prefer flavor over saltiness.
Absolutely. though.
Mhm.
And that's the beautiful thing about Taste of Cannon, man. You can do it to taste. It's not you're not gonna get a heavy salt intake.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
We're not trying to do all that. We want something that's going to be very, very flavor enhancing. It's going to work.
Well, it works, and now you got me. Shoot, tonight I might run over there to Kroger.
Tonight.
No, I'm not doing
Ain't
that.
that something?
I may go to Kroger and get me some fruit.
Yeah. Little snack.
Yeah, give me a little snack. I might cook tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see about it.
I thought we
I
had
even see my kids put it on like microwave popcorn or something like that.
Mm.
No shit.
Just like
Okay.
popcorn sauce.
Yeah, with the popcorn sauce, you can just use
like a little kettle corn.
corn. Yeah.
It
Okay.
already has like a little hint of sweetness
To it. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have to get the publisher together so we can get this cookbook rolling. So y'all getting all these tips, write them
I'm
down
gonna
because you'll
step
be
out
the
the
first.
frame for a second. I just got to turn my ventilation on right, so
All
we won't get smoked out here.
Okay.
No
Well,
problem.
while Zach does that, I probably will get me some fruit to try that on because now I'm really intrigued about the
Absolutely.
seasoning on the
Yeah,
fruit
man.
because I've never had that before. So
Yeah.
that is worth checking out. So.
Yeah.
Well, let's transition just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about your agency.
Sure.
The
Insurance.
Cannon, the insurance agency.
Right.
So tell us, how did that come about?
Sure. So the Cannon agency that was established in 21,
Mm-hmm.
and I was already at the bank, and I was already licensed to do life, health, and accident insurance. And what we would do was we would go ahead and offer life insurance
Mm-hmm.
to the customers.
Okay.
So I was already basically licensed.
Okay.
Came in 21, it was a blessing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. A blessing came about to me about there was an insurance agency position that was available. And I was like, I don't really know if I want to do that, but I really do enjoy people and helping people. So I'm like, why not? It's pay the bill, like, let's do it. If it's something that, to reach higher, to grow, which we all should, and I went and did it. So the Cannon agency, what we mainly do is we specialize, like you mentioned earlier, And we do business insurance,
Mm-hmm.
life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
home, auto, you know.
Get your bundles, people.
Absolutely. Even if someone has a business and they may need a bundle, you know, or if someone that has a business and they may need to get workman's comp or something like that, you know. So we pretty much do the whole spectrum of that.
Okay.
And so the Canon agency is definitely growing, and my biggest supporters are my friends and referrals. And one thing I love about the people that I know, they are very, very supportive. Some people may say that we don't support each other and stuff like that. That's not true.
True.
I get referrals all the time.
Right.
But at the same time, as an insurance agent, I have to make sure that I'm taking care of that client as if it was a policy that I would want.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
One thing that I've learned was that now look at some policies, and I need you guys to listen to this as well. Look at your homeowners insurance policies and make sure that you have replacement costs versus
everything inside the dwelling.
Well, that too, but the replacement cost, that too. But the replacement cost is in an event, God forbid, something came and swept this room away that we're in. Replacement costs will take care of the insurance company making sure they come in and they're removing the debris and they building it back up to its original state value. Okay, that's replacement costs. Okay, there is another one that's called actual cash value. And that's what a lot of people who don't know, and people out there, if you don't know, check your policies, check your families, share it with your friends, your parents, your loved ones, and just tell them like, hey, are you aware of this? But the other one is called the actual cash value. That's the one I want to make sure that you guys know to be aware of.
Right.
So let's say, Zach, Betty, we'll use these numbers. Let's say it cost $100,000 when you originally got this building right here 10 years ago. Okay, we're talking about actual cash value. So let's say now it's 5 years later, for an example, and it's been wear and tear. You know, the paint kind of peeled off. Maybe some wood have gotten a little rotted or something like that. The shingles, you know, they're 5 years old. So if you have an actual cash value type of insurance policy, what'll happen is they will not give you that $100,000. Now, you your policy says you got $100,000 worth of insurance. When the adjuster comes, they're going to determine what will be the actual cash value of this $100,000 building that you originally had policy. What is the now actual cash value on it? From depreciation.
Right. It's going to depreciate.
So instead of cutting you a check for $100,000 to rebuild
whatever the current value,
they're going to cut you a check for $50,000. And a lot of people don't know that. And I have a passion about that whenever I'm looking at homeowners insurance policies and stuff like that, because that was something that I watched and I learned and I picked up. Fortunately, now with the Canon agency, we have several insurance companies that we can go ahead to broker through and to look to try to see who got the bang for the buck, and also to try to see if we can go ahead and find the best. Because here's the thing, I'll look at it like this. I look at volume. So I appreciate you guys and you know, the referrals and stuff like that. That's how I make my living and my income from volume, because on each policy I don't try to hit you across the head.
Right.
You follow me? So as long as you go ahead and do good business, people will go ahead and they're gonna do business.
Right.
And then I answer the phone.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Every time I call,
I answer the phone.
I'll be like, damn, I gotta call TC again or text them. So
a big difference.
Yeah, I answer the phone.
Yeah.
We don't want to call and get
your voicemail every time.
You know, either the voicemail or the automated service, or now in customer service, we have a lot of foreign people that are working from home or doing whatever. So I can call somewhere to try to get to something. Hello, is this Zachary?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. And you have to try to break down what you're trying to say to them to get them to understand
Understand what you're trying to get
and
from them.
it's frustrating in itself.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is. You know, you just the best way how I always look at things is put yourself in that person's, that your customer's shoes, and what are they looking for? You know, and I try to stick with bundles, and I try to, and I even whenever I'm having talk about auto insurance, I actually explain exactly what those numbers are and how those numbers work. Some people think that, hey, you know, I have the state minimum, and that state minimum may not be enough to cover the cost of what some cars are out there doing.
Right.
I mean, because insurance at the end of the day is truly to protect you from getting sued. That's what it is. You know, so if you have insurance, to protect you from getting sued, and also for you to be able to go ahead and get your auto. So insurance is imperative. I've had conversations, and I was able to help some people understand and see that, you know, they had a feeling that insurance may be a ripoff or something like that. I'm like, look, guys, it's not. I say, I promise you. Just make sure you understand your policy, ask questions about your policy, and make sure you're good. Because if you go in it with the ideal of pricing only, without knowing what you're getting,
what it states in the inside of it.
You know what I'm saying? So just take your time. There are a lot of good insurance agents out there. There really are. It's a lot of good companies out there, but just make sure that he or she is just taking the time to explain things, and that's one thing we try to specialize in.
And he does, guys. And I can vouch for TC. Whenever I have a question, he's right there to answer. He'll either text me, or I mean, we text a lot, because you'll say, "Hey, just text it to me," and I still got to give my information to you. I hadn't forgot.
That's okay.
And more importantly, you want somebody that can explain the fine print.
You're right.
So a lot of times we think, okay, I want $500,000 coverage.
But what does that really mean?
$50 a month.
Right.
But what does that $500,000 actually entail?
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes time for me to actually need it, how much of that do I really get?
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
Because I've done policies in the past, and especially when you get to that amount of money, you have to do blood tests and stuff to make sure you don't have pre-existing.
That's right. Conditions. That's right.
And all of that.
Right.
And once you pass that, then they'll approve you for the amount.
You know, one of the toughest things, since we talk about insurance, and let's get on that. And I really want the audience to hear this too. And guys, don't beat me up on it. Just take it in. And I really want it to be beneficial to your family, and most important to yourself and to your loved ones, right? So a lot of people that I found whenever I'm having conversations about life insurance, they always inform me that they have it through their job. And I think that's awesome. Right? You should get as much insurance as you can. You can't never have enough insurance, right? Here's the thing. As I retire, I leave that job and or get fired. That insurance goes.
It's gone.
So a lot of things what you would like to do is, in my opinion, I think everybody needs to have at least enough insurance to make sure that he or she gets a proper burial. You know, typically, last time I checked, about 3-4 years ago, roughly about 13, 14 to 15,000 was a good number. You may want to go to 18 or something like that. But, and if you can, try to get a whole life policy. Because you don't, for me, for Terrence, I don't want my family to have to establish a GoFundMe. Right. Now, I may live Zach and Betty to be 80 or 90, but yet still, I still have that just in case. One thing that I was doing that I practice a lot, especially if I look at a family a couple or a family or a mother or a father with children, whomever it is, or jointly with children or whatever it is, I like to talk to them about term life. The reason why I have a conversation with them about term life is because in the event, let's say I was married and my wife and we have this mortgage. And not only the fact that we got the mortgage, let's throw some kids in. We got kids.
Got the kids.
Right? if God forbid something were to happen to me, then therefore that term life insurance that I have, that insurance that I have, it will be able to sustain my family financially until they're able to do what they need to do. So if you have a $200,000 or $300,000 policy, I even did it for some families where we have a conversation. They tell me they just bought a house. I say, you did? I'll say, well, how much is your house? They'll be like 350, 400. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, well, did you get, do you have any type of insurance in place in case, God forbid, something happened with you guys, that where that wouldn't be so heavily on one person trying to take care of that $340,000, $500,000 house note, right? It could be a strain depending on what your income is versus when you had two people tackling it, right? So I always try to encourage people to think like, I know it's hard to talk about death and the what ifs and all this
it happens. It's gonna happen.
But you need to always have yourself in place that if something were to happen to me, how would that impact my family?
Right.
And for me, I don't want that. So for me, that $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 policy that I have, just let that pay the house off because I don't want my wife or like I said, if it's just I'm single and I got kids, I don't want them to be out of the house.
You don't want them burdened.
Man, absolutely not. Just let my policy pay that off. The deed is then in my family name. Then what else I've done then? I created generational wealth because now they have a house, they have a deed to it. And if they would decide they want to settle later on,
you answered the question without me even asking it. Because that was going to be my question. What was the difference between whole life and term life?
Term is much cheaper than whole. Because I'm going to use these numbers. Let's say I got a 20-year term life, $100,000 policy. 20-year term life. So by that 20th year, the policy is depleted. On the term, it's no longer good.
You had to get another 20.
So then I have to get another 20. But if I then get another 20, then I'm much older, then it'd be more expensive. So
because they're not expecting you to live 20.
That's right. Exactly. So the play is go ahead and have you enough burial insurance. The earlier you get insurance, the younger you get it, the cheaper it is. The better off you are. I promise, man. I've seen it. It gets expensive fast. Get it early. Get that 10, 15, 20,000 for your burial. Have that term life insurance in the event you want to make sure that it takes care and be able to pay off some big things. Or, man, hey, you may not even have children. You may have a niece or a nephew
that you want to pay.
And you can just go ahead and and he or she, you see, they're trying to make it in life. They're trying to go to school. One day they're going to create a family. It may be a blessing that you may want to give. Then you can make anybody a beneficiary. I've seen people who have life insurance policies that I reviewed. It has Salvation Army on it.
Oh wow!
Or as the beneficiary.
All the proceeds go
to them.
As a beneficiary. So I've done some for some vets where they had the
VA.
So how many have you done that leave it to the pets?
I haven't.
And it's a real
thing. We saw that show that time where that man had all that money and left it to his dog.
Left it to his dog, man.
We're gonna pause for a hot second because we got a few people that just came in. So for those of you all that are just joining, we're speaking with Terrence TC Cannon of the Taste of Cannon. We talked about the season in the first part of the podcast. Now we're talking about the insurance of the Cannon agency. And he's just giving us the ins and outs of
just giving you guys some tips.
What insurance can do for you and how to go about getting it. If you don't have it, this is a good time to get it. All of us are what we call middle age, and we would love to be here 50 more years, but the way the world is going, we never know.
Yeah.
So you want to be prepared when that time comes so that your family doesn't have to worry about anything when you leave here. So that's back to you.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Bob.
So that is like I was saying before, the beautiful thing about term life insurance is you can get more, the number can be bigger, and it'll be less expensive than what a whole life would be. So like I said, if I have younger kids, and even if I didn't, have a new home that I just bought, but I just have younger children. I can get that $300,000-$400,000 and get it priced pretty good at a pretty good price. And then therefore, because it's going to be less expensive than, like I said, that whole life. So again, term is what it is. It has a specific term from start to finish, 10, 15, 20, whatever.
So I guess my next question would be, and I feel like I already know the answer, but I just want you to explain it to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Would you recommend getting both types?
I have both.
Okay.
As we speak.
Right.
I have a whole life insurance policy right now, and the amount that was going to be able to comfortably make sure that I get a proper burial, and therefore it wouldn't put a burden on my 17-year-old, 14-year-old. Whenever that time they grow up, hopefully I'm still living.
Right.
But whomever it is, it won't put a burden on nobody would have to do a GoFundMe or anything like that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with GoFundMe. I'm not discrediting it.
And absolutely nothing wrong with it, but we can avoid that.
We can avoid that
if we prepare for it.
If you prepare for it.
And we waste a lot of money on a lot of things. So
$50
a month.
Thank you for that.
Some people go out and spend. I go spend $50-$60 on a bottle. And while you can attest to that, you buying liquor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was about to say
we spend money on what we want to spend money on, but we don't necessarily spend money on the things that we need.
It's funny you said that. And sometimes what I do is for a person, I get them to see the bigger picture. Let's say let's use these numbers. Let's say it's a $31 policy, right? And I'm gonna get $150,000 or $200,000 term life insurance. And to help them to see how beneficial it is, it's $31. It's nothing but $1 a day. Right? Now, that Respirado I just went and bought this past weekend, I bought me a half gallon of it, and it was $70. $70. So I went 2 months. So come on, man. I mean, it's you want to think like that, because what it does is, I promise you, the better you prepare yourself and you strengthen, the better you strengthen others at the same time too. I'm not a selfish man. I try to be more of a preparer, and great health and all that stuff. But hey, I don't care about the fact that I go to the gym every day, or I eat 13 eggs every morning, or I eat 10-ounce chicken breast and eat flank steak at night and all this. You go to the gym and all that. It does not matter,
right?
Because it can go. Your light can turn off right there real quick, though.
In the gym, man.
In the gym at that, though. So back to what we were saying about having life insurance is imperative, and for those who was not on earlier, we was talking about the difference between actual cash value versus having replacement cost value on your home. And if you have any family or friends, I'm going to do a quick repeat for those who may have missed it. Actual cash value is that, for a quick example, if you have a house that's worth $100,000, I bought this house 5 years ago and I have $100,000 worth of insurance on it, okay? But after those 5 years I came to year 5, the paint on my house has gotten a little old. I may need a new roof. The house has depreciated in value. So in the event a storm comes away, washes my house away or something like that, the insurance company is only going to give me what the actual cash value is of my home then. That means what the depreciation value is of it then, okay, guys? So what you want to do is you want to look at what your replacement cost is, so that therefore your replacement cost means that no matter what, even if your house has been painted in 20 years or 30 years, you're paying for replacement costs. And that policy is a little bit higher, but that's what you should be in my opinion, depending on affordability for you and your family, right? But if something happened to that house and it ends up getting washed away 5 years later, then therefore that insurance company is going to rebuild that house whole and give you the full amount of the policy that you purchased.
So prime example would be the recent storms we just had, a couple of weeks ago. We know South Mississippi got hit pretty hard. Tylertown, a couple of
Magnolia,
other
and other places.
And they got wiped away.
Yeah.
And for some of those people, they may not have had any insurance at all, because this house was just passed down from generation to generation to generation. These people made this their place of residence for as long as they've been living.
Absolutely.
And now they're stuck without anything.
Absolutely.
You may have to leave it. Salvation Army, Red Cross may have to come in and help them do some things.
I want to share a quick story. I'm not going to share a name because of privacy
Right.
issues. But and you know, but anyway, we're real close friends. Matter of fact, all of us. But she had looked at her policy, and these guys were charging her $6,700 annually on my homeowner's insurance. Right now, I get it that she had a couple claims, and
Right.
yeah, absolutely. At $6,700. But the thing is what I want to encourage the audience, guys. Each year, or even with your auto insurance, every 6 months, go back and look at your insurance. And,
I know I do.
And just to see if the premium has
Changed.
Sit down with your insurance agent, or either call the 1-800 number. You may not have opportunity to get over there to your agent office. You may not been able to contact them that day, but usually customer service is still open, and you can have a conversation, hopefully with someone that can actually go over your policy with you and explain exactly what you have, just to make sure that you are in a good position, and most importantly, do it for like your parents too, or your uncles or your aunts, or those who may not be as fluent as you are. Okay, let me keep it positive. May be as fluent as you are, and just sit down with them and just sit down and just do a quick review. Make sure you're in good shape. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you heard it first. So if you need an insurance agent, call TC. He can answer all your questions, all your needs. We have his information for the candidates.
We can put the phone number down.
Yeah,
you
can
have
put it
your agency going across the bottom of the screen.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, my phone number's there, and if they want to go online
so please click on the link. If you can, click on the link in the comment. And go to the Canon agency, and you can find everything you need to know about him.
Yeah, man.
But like he mentioned before, it is okay to have several policies.
Yeah.
The more, the better.
Yeah.
So I have you're an insurance agent for us, but I have another insurance agent.
Yeah.
He's a State Farm agent.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jason Quinn, that's been taking care of me
does good work
for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I would be remiss if I didn't mention him.
Yeah.
But we will have another policy with you as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I have my life insurance.
Right.
Absolutely.
What he was speaking about the job, I have a policy with my job, and it's typically not that much. It usually goes about 3 times your salary, unless you pay a little bit more to get it 5 times your salary, this, that, and the other.
Yep.
But in the event that I do decide to leave, or they decide to terminate me, then that policy
you don't notice the difference.
So that all that money that I've invested into that, I don't get anything out of it.
It's gone.
So it's best to have policies outside of your job that you can continue to pay on and receive the benefits from it.
And the sooner the better.
The sooner the better.
Because the older you get, and then when you buy it, then it costs a little bit more. Okay, guys, but it's never too late.
Never too late.
Jump on it as soon as possible.
Well, I already have my stuff through you.
Yeah, you got your life insurance.
And I look at my payment too, because we got to talk about it.
Absolutely.
So again, you have information. If you have questions, here, very responsive. Yeah, if you have questions.
So we can get an answer for you.
Yeah. Because again, we text. I'll be on him, getting him information, so he's absolutely
a black-owned insurance
That's
agent.
right, we are.
And they're some of the best in the business.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Reach out to them.
Yeah.
And if you need some referrals, we're not looking to get any money from referrals. We just want to help these guys do what they need to do and help us in return.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about.
You know what I found beneficial about insurance is that you really get a chance to really help a person, and especially when you find out that either they don't have enough coverage, or B, they was just in completely the wrong thing at all. You know, and I know I'm pretty sure everybody know, even the audience though, whenever you do that good deed, you get that good feeling or stuff like that. Especially, it is. It's I get pleasure out of it.
Yeah, it's rewarding.
I have God has blessed me with 3 businesses. The Taste of Cannon, the Cannon Agency, the insurance, and at the same time, I'm not as heavily vested in real estate where I used to buy and sell houses as I once did before. Right now, I just have that I have, and I just rent that, and that's specifically for income. But the Taste of Cannon is a passion for me because it's not salty, and I'm able to get away with it because whenever I eat my meals, it make sure my salt intake, like I said, I work out in the gym every time, right? I'm in the gym heavily. And then it give me good flavor. But then with the insurance thing, the insurance thing is a beautiful thing because you help people.
Yeah, you helping people.
Like you directly, one-on-one, and you get a chance to listen to the stories. And like I was a banker, it's like I said, 17 years.
What's up, Maria?
Before I had gotten up into insurance. And even though when somebody come in there, whatever situation it was always feel really good to help. Yeah, and especially like a mother or dad come in with the kids and the children, and they want to talk about, hey, I just brought my son here. When I come in, I may help that mother or help that father. Be like, hey, I got a kid about to get ready to go to high school. I'm sorry, not high school, about to get ready to go to college. What do you recommend? And hey, look here, you're a young black brother. You understand?
And they're gonna listen to you. Yeah.
Be like, hey, do you mind if my son I'll bring my daughter up here? Right here.
Well, I got you somebody to talk to soon.
Just come in and just talk about
life and just finances and all that.
Talking about triple compound interest and how that works, and it's just it is a beautiful thing, guys, honestly, helping people.
Yeah,
it really is.
And just a little segue for those of us parents that we all have good relationship with our kids, but a lot of times it comes better when they hear it from somebody that's not in the house versus getting it from you. So it's great to have that outside person that can share that information to them. And what ends up happening is everything that you mention to them, that other person is going to bring it back
the same
up.
thing.
And then they realize, oh, my mom and daddy
she just said
that. But because you're mom and daddy, they don't think you know what you're talking about. Excuse me.
Get that all the time.
They have to hear it from a professional that's in that industry that may be a little bit more relatable to them because we all have our different relationships and how we talk to our children.
Yes, sir.
But it's best to get some outside influence to get that on board.
It's that's even in the Bible, man. It says seek good counsel. There's nothing wrong with seeking good counsel.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I love it, man.
Well, one last thing before we wrap up, because I want to ask and I want to make sure, as far as your seasoning, do you have any upcoming events at Kroger coming up where people can actually come and taste while you're cooking? I got
you. So right now, we're working on one that's going to be at the Kroger on 51.
Okay.
We haven't set a date.
Okay.
For that one, but the last one we had again was a success. We sold out of it when we did it at the Kroger. We sold out that day. But I will, if you ever want to find me, my name is Terrence Cannon, right? Facebook me, your friend, or whatever it is. And a lot of times I go ahead and mark it and say whenever I'm gonna do that. I do apologize. I don't have the time to be able to share with our family and friends.
That's fine. We just wanted to get it out there. So if you did have something, people can come by. They can, because I'm telling y'all, when he start cooking, when you walk in the door and he gonna be in the back, you gonna come straight to it. So I just want to make sure people can find you. They can actually sample the food with the season, meet you in person. And so whenever you get that date, just let me know, and we can broadcast it, or if you Facebook him for the information, and y'all check him out, because I know you won't be disappointed when you get this seasoning because I'm gonna
Appreciate it.
go to the store myself and get me some fruit
Yeah,
so
man.
I
Try
can
on that fruit.
so I can try.
Yeah, man.
So look, we're gonna go back to one of your social society
Okay.
members,
Oh,
Jaquise.
I need your number.
She's been keeping track of your grocery list.
Okay.
So she says, so far you have fruit and baked potatoes. So what else can you add to that you're going to prepare for the family? Because you know we got kids that eat anything.
Baby, let me tell you, I just went to the store last week. Well, maybe I'll give them 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I spent $155 at the
It
store.
don't take
And
long.
that ain't much.
You,
that what?
you might have four
Man, the
$155
basket was
might be 2
piled
loaves of
to.
bread and a pack of meat.
Well, needless to say, that only lasted about a week and a half. So I went back to the store to replace some of the items that were missing from the first list.
Yeah.
Already gone.
Yeah.
Already gone. So I had to
Yeah.
get with you. I'm gonna have to sit down and write down a grocery list
Yeah.
of things to get. But yes, fruit and potatoes will
So
definitely be on there.
basically, she's holding you accountable
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for what you said you're going to try it on.
Oh yes, I definitely
You're
will.
going to try to expand that menu.
I-
Get some meat items.
Well, so everybody knows that I don't cook. I can cook. I have so much stuff going on, but now I do try to make sure that everybody has a meal.
Yeah.
Now, come on, vouch from Zach.
Huh?
Now I don't cook every night, but they might get some Popeyes. They're gonna get them some pizza.
Yeah.
I run in there and grab some of them ribs from Kroger
Yeah.
and do some potatoes and stuff.
And she may sprinkle a little.
I put a little taste of cannon on it and put it in the oven. Yeah, but cooking is I leave that to Zach because he's the one that has the minimal list of items to eat, and so I like seafood. He doesn't eat seafood,
So
and that just
I'm glad
eliminates
you said that
us
about
from
the
cooking
minimal,
2 meals.
and that goes back to what we said earlier. Just because I don't eat a lot of things that everybody else eats,
Yeah.
and I kind of coach you how to prepare for somebody like myself, because I know I'm not the only picker eater out there in the world. So what you do, you prepare everything for the family as you would, but just make sure that picky eater has their items that they like to eat.
Yeah.
So you can add all the green beans, greens, hog maws, everything you want to add, but just make sure your boy got some meat,
Boy, you crazy.
rice, and potatoes.
And that's what I normally
You don't have to do all three together. Any combination of the two. I usually don't do rice and potatoes together. So you can either do rice and corn, potatoes and corn. I'm good. But as long as it's a meat in the mix, I can just have meat.
Yeah.
So I was doing Atkins diet before they even made the diet. So if you all remember Atkins diet in the early 2000s, it was just meat on.
Yeah.
So I've been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
And it worked for a while until I just got immobile. I'm not as active as I used to be. So there was a time when I was out there playing softball 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
I was shooting basketball the other 2 times that I wasn't playing softball. So with all the work schedules, and
life is life.
Because life is life, and just life in itself.
Yeah.
You have to make those adjustments, and that's something I got to hold myself accountable for to get back to where I want to be. So I can't blame anybody for that but me.
But I do cook though. Let's go back to that record. I do. Sometimes.
Man, Zach, I don't know if for your air fry fans out there.
Yes.
I had stopped frying.
Thank you, Jaquise. I am pretty good on the grill.
Foods, a lot, but I still, even though I like to stay in shape, I still like some fried
fish.
You got to have some fried.
So look, whenever I get that urge, I want me some fried chicken or something like that.
It's almost like cookie on New Jack City.
I'm trying to tell you,
I got to have
it. So let me tell you something. When I found out the power of the air fryer, man, let me tell you something about that air fryer, boy. Look here, that fryer. Look here, I give me a pack of wings after I get them taken off, man. Cut off the wing tip, stuff like that.
You cut off the tips?
I do get a little flex. No, I like not the flex. When I'm I'm talking about
The little flap, the
flap, the little
little wing. I'll eat that. Man, I tear a piece of bird up. Okay, I eat the little wing. I eat the little flap.
Meat on there.
Baby, I push it through. Yeah, it is. You take that little flap, you push it through. It is some meat in there.
But here's a hidden secret. You know, you can prepare this a couple ways.
Okay.
You could just regularly take the chicken after you get it washed off, dried off, and you put it in your air fryer.
Wash your meat.
So you don't put like any bread, flour or anything on it.
No,
you just season it and stick it in there.
I'm gonna give you Cannon's 2 favorite.
Okay, let me. Okay, come on, Fred. We finna get the chicken on here. Okay.
I like to cook. I'm gonna give you Cannon's 2 favorites to do it.
Okay.
One of them is I just turn the water on, just wash off any additional slime or whatever not that is, kind of pat it, dry it off. And I don't put any seasoning or anything on it. Keep in mind, this is the first way. I put it in there, and let's say it says it's recommended 20 minutes at 360, right?
Okay.
So that last 3 to 5 minutes, I would then open it up. I would then grab the Cannon and put it on there.
Because it's looking a little white now. Because I'm envisioning it's looking white right now.
We've had some white.
I'll put the taste of Cannon on it then, and then put it back and let it go and finish the last 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
The reason why I do that there then is because if your air fryer is very powerful, it has a tendency, I don't care what season it is, it will kind of burn.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So like I said, the beautiful thing about the taste of Cannon is Caprese dust. It's a flavor enhancer.
It's that magic, y'all.
Right?
It's magic.
Now, let me take it the other way, what you can do.
Yep,
this is a little bit longer.
Number 2.
Okay.
But if you do want to put your seasoning on there first, after you clean it off, take a towel, dry towel, just kind of dry it off a little bit. Get you either some mustard or either get you some mayonnaise.
Mustard is a binder.
That's all it is.
It's a binder.
It's a binder.
Okay.
And what do you mean? Yeah.
So is this in a bowl, or we putting it on directly on it?
You don't have to massage it in.
Okay, so we doing either mustard or mayo.
Mustard or mayo.
Okay.
Whichever one you want to
and
use.
we're putting it on directly on the meat in a bowl. Okay, and we it up.
Yes,
okay, all right.
Once you have that there, and you're getting ready to go ahead and place it in there, you can go and put that Caprese dust.
Put that magic on it. Okay, all right.
And then you can go ahead and cook it. Then what I'll do then is for I just put it in there and I let it go ahead and cook like 10 minutes that way. Then I flip it over.
Okay. 365.
Well, if it's on 20 minutes, it's gonna be at 360.
360.
Or for
your air fryer.
That's some of them have different watts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's our watt?
I think we can go up to 1500 watts.
1500 watts. Okay, Fred, I'm gonna get you some mustard chicken tomorrow. So we're gonna have mustard chicken.
So
baked potato.
And that's how I get my fried chicken.
Yeah. So
I
eat food with mustard binders. Mustard is not one of my favorites.
Would you do mayo?
No.
Okay.
For me.
Okay. So we need to do the white and then sprinkle.
No. We can do it.
Okay.
But, you can use the injection seasoning. So like the butter, Creole butter.
The Tony Satcheries.
Yeah, Tony Satcheries or whatever the name of it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of injecting it, put that on the outside as a binder.
Nice.
Oh.
And it gives you a different flavor, whether you get the butter Creole. There's so many different flavors you can do.
I like
that as a binder because you just want something that's going to stick to
you.
That's all mustard is.
That's all it is.
Mustard is also vinegar based.
Yep.
So it kind of tenderizes the meat.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So put that injection season on the outside.
And just really quickly for the viewers, and I understand that, and thank you for your question though.
Yeah.
Of course, so many of you might know, but when we're talking about binders, is that mayo or the mustard, or like you're saying, the Creole seasoning, once you massage it on the like that, it's literally like the word binder.
Right.
So anytime you put seasoning onto it, it's going to glue it onto it. It's going to bind that seasoning to it. Because have you ever cooked meat and you put it on your meat and it seems like it hits the meat and it just flies the hell off or something like that, and then you're wasting money, right? You're wasting seasoning. But you put that binder on there as a level of protection, and then you just have a flavored piece of meat.
That's it. All right, friend. Well, they might get some chicken, baked potato, and fruit. That's the meal right there. If that ain't a meal, I don't know what is. Chicken,
Look,
baked
I just
potato.
need meat and bread.
Okay,
Yeah.
a meat.
Just
Okay,
meat. But
potato.
yeah, we'll try the fruit. I do eat.
Yeah.
I eat fruit, certain fruits.
Yeah.
I just don't eat them on a regular basis.
Okay. Okay.
As some
Okay.
people do.
And try it on that corn though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am a corn eater.
Yeah. Now he does. He
Yeah, I
does
remember that's
corn.
why I mentioned it though.
Yeah.
try it on the corn.
Okay. Well. Okay. So we got a meal for tomorrow. All right. All right. Got some seasoning for some fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right.
We're gonna put that seasoning back up there for those of you that weren't here when I first posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, so again, you can find it at Ace Hardware. If you're local, you can find it at Ace Hardware, Piggly Wiggly, Kroger, and on Amazon. For you guys that are.
The link is in the comments, so
Mhm.
I hope that you can click on it there. I'm on the outside looking in, so you have to tell me if you can click on it from there. If not, I'll post it on my page after all this is over,
Mhm.
and we'll let you get to it. But by all means, please get one or two.
Go ahead and get your two.
Once you start,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna turn back.
Yeah, go ahead and get
I
your
should
two.
have put some pictures up here. Your questions about grill pictures and how good the food is when I posted on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
I said to him when I was doing it, were his seasoning I was using on the and all about flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to thank.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank them.
Y'all, thank y'all so much for listening, like joining tonight. Seriously, and of course, supporting Velvet Puffs, and then listen to what the things I had, and I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you.
And we'll run it back for you guys that missed it. We'll get them back on here. We can run it back again.
Even if you got on here late, go back and rewatch it, but don't forget to share it to somebody that wasn't able to get on tonight.
Absolutely.
We know Wednesday night is a night for different people.
Bible study.
Some people do Bible study. Some people have different little regimens that they do. It really doesn't matter what day we come on. It's gonna always be a busy day for somebody. But the best thing you can do is go back and rewatch it or share it to somebody that wasn't able to watch it tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to thank you again, TC, for coming and sharing your seasonings about business with the can agency. Again, we'll definitely have you back. Yeah. So when I say we're gonna run it back, him cook the next time he comes.
I'll do a plain salmon.
Baby, so y'all better get on here. Yes. I'll make sure we can actually taking it to the kitchen.
Get you to the grill.
Or to the grill.
Good on the grill because I'm a
yes. Okay. Well, yes.
Real sexy.
Yeah, we're gonna clean it off when I help this time decide they want to stop.
Looking to be sexy. Now, so if you never knew. Change.
Get you back so we'll definitely come and have you back, and we'll have some people come and be test on here for you as well.
The joy of doing it is set it up anywhere that. So when that opportunity comes about, and in that particular episode when we do go live with cooking, we're just gonna set everything up where he is, try to get you what he's actually doing, that you shake, smack it up.
And you got little bird flaps on your chicken because there's meat in there, okay?
They don't serve bird flaps.
Well, I like the bird flaps.
It may be more for
and I like bird flap.
I don't do nothing but the bird. Unless it got good coating on it, I just up in there.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week. We have DJ Unpredictable, known as others as Karamu, be coming on this week, so you don't want to Wednesday. Bye.
Y'all appreciate it.
Remember to keep it puffing.
That was dope, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, you had a good.
Maybe she got some friends. What's her name? What's her name? I don't know her name. Her name is